Hey everybody, a subscriber of mine sent me a link to a video that I'll share with you, but I want to highlight what I learned from that video. And unbelievable, if you're in the market for a new camera or a used camera, I'm going to guarantee you will never look at cameras again the same way. Are we ready for this one? Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, this is dedicated to photography and as a photo artist pushing ourselves out of the box creatively. All right, this is a different video. I normally do my standard videos every Wednesday. I push this out really quickly because somebody has sent me a link who does not want to be named. And I really enjoyed the video and I thought I'd share this out with you. And I had to highlight some things, so I wrote some notes down to you, but I really want you to watch the video. It's about 13 minutes long. So again, the link will be in the show notes. But basically, it's something that I learned and did not know. And it has to do with something like, hey, what does the Nikon Z6 to the Z6 II have in common with the Panasonic S5 II and the Leica SL2S? They're three different brands. They three have different looks and they have way different price points. They're full frame cameras. What do they got in common? 24 megapixel CMOS sensor, full frame, all the same sensors. They're using an identical sensor from a company called Sony. And it's not Sony, the camera company. I didn't know this. There's a company out there called Sony Semiconductor Solutions that's been around decades before the digital market and even before Sony had digital cameras. So what I learned from the video is that this company has about 80% of the market share of sensors out there. So everybody, even by the way, I found out Phase 1 and their medium format camera and certain models of Hasselblad medium format uses the Sony sensor technology and stuff. So unbelievable that if you watch a video, again, the link will be in the show notes. You'll never look at a camera the same way if you're in the market for, say, a used one or a brand new one. But what was surprising to me, there's only one camera in the world that does not use Sony sensors in their entire line of especially mirrorless camera, the EOS R series, from the entry level to their flagship, and that is Canon. And I didn't know that. Canon makes their own sensors. Everybody else basically is using Sony sensors. So there are some differentials. We'll talk about that right now, but let's take a look at then what is the difference? What are you looking for if you're going to go buy a camera? So let's get into that. All right, so if most brands out there are using Sony sensors, then what differentiates these camera companies other than, you know, the look of it? So here's a quick list real fast, and that is the type of internal software that's being used with that sensor and the ergonomics of the camera. In other words, how does that camera feel in your hand? I mean, there's a lot of cameras out there that I've looked at. I'm not going to actually mention the brand names, but it's got to feel right in your hands. And if you don't like the positions of where the buttons are at and the menu system and all these other things, it becomes a negative thing, even though it might, you know, be incredible image capability. But that, you know, again, a lot of people hate that uneasy feel. The other thing is the autofocus is a big deal. The autofocus intelligence that is being used differentiates, you know, the different brands out there. And also the ecosystems, the accessories, and also the support that you get. Those are the differentiators between these companies out there. But again, I'm just surprised to learn that Canon does make, you know, their own sensors out there. They're the only company that does. And the other ones are using Sony sensors and stuff. There's not to be negative about that, but I just learned something. So I'm going to encourage you to go and view the video. Again, the links are in the show notes. It just gives you a more in-depth perspective about the cameras and the differences between the cameras out there in the market to help you if you're in the market for, say, a used one that you want to buy or maybe a brand new one. And again, if this video was of help, please do this, and that is like the video, subscribe to if you're not subscribed, and hit that notification bell the next time I upload a video, which is every Wednesday. I'll be getting back to normal come Wednesday on different software techniques that we can use, say using Photoshop with our images. Okay, so with that out of the way, people, I will see you on Wednesday. See ya.